Caution's out, caution's out. Two more inside, two more inside. You clear all the way down now, clear all the way down.
Scott Wimmer, heavy contact with the right side of his Chevrolet.
Looks like that right front tire went down.
Just flew a left front tire.
The 81 car, DJ Kennington, will get the free pass, get back on the lead lap. So we can see what happened here to Scott Wimmer.
Things fine right here. Oh, there it goes, right front tire.
Just flew a left front tire.
Well, that's not how Richard Childress wanted to make up some more spots for Clint Boyer by one of his other cars having trouble. But it will gain another spot for Clint Boyer, who's up to 12th now.
I heard that
Try to
Wimmer
get tire on. Just try to get tire on if you can. Try to get tire on it.
trying to save time on pit road. 29 was too fast coming in and also too soon, but he will be at the back end of the longest line anyway.
Okay, the leaders are coming down pit road.
See if Harvick's crew can step it up once again and get him out of here. Shannon?
Kevin Harvick, they're going to make a slight air pressure adjustment for this 33 car. 4 tires, and they can make it to the end of the race on that Sunoco fuel. Mike.
We'll take a good close look at the nose of that race car if we could. He thought he might have had a little bit of damage. They're going to pull a little bit of tape from the grill. Also, they're going to go up on the track bar, put a rubber in the right rear. He's been tight. They're trying to free him up, Dave.
Redemption for the 60 crew. 4 tire change. Sunoco fuel. No changes to the car. All the lug nuts are on, and he's gone. Great stop.
Jamie McMurray worked his way up into 4th. Remember, he thought he had a left rear going down. He's adding 2 pounds of pressure in that 4 tires, and fuel, he's down and away.
Saw Carl Edwards go by, Kevin Harvick go by, so Edwards will be the first one off of pit road. Harvick loses a spot, McMurray up 2, Logano, who has driven all the way up into the top 4 positions, back a couple of positions. So a lot of action here under the 8th caution flag of the day. Let's show you what Jackman Richard Russell saw out of Clarksville, Tennessee, working on the 25 car Bobby Hamilton Jr. Lots of hustle on pit road to get little Bobby out, a former winner here at Phoenix International Raceway. Back with the green flag in just a moment. It's been an adventure enough, and now the sun's going to become a factor as they go roaring into turn 1, and visibility may become an issue. You can see, watch the 60 car of Edwards lead him down. Harvick behind him, McMurray, Keselowski, Logano.
Kevin Harvick staying right with him.
Carl's got a lot of motivation to stay in front of Kevin Harvick. If he can lead the rest of the way, he can get another 5-point bonus for leading most laps. But he'll have to lead all the way from here to get it.
Right now, 39-point separation between Clint Boyer and Carl Edwards, and that is in the championship with 1 race remaining. Let's listen on the radio for the 2 car, Clint Boyer.
It's really hard to see if these guys are, stacking up here. Now the sun's down. Get a tear off next time.
You're talking about a tear off on the windshield. You can see all the rubber and things that collect on that windshield. They can pull a tear off and just clean that right up, just like a brand new windshield. That's what he wants next stop, but I don't believe they're going to get one. They can go all the way from here.
See, they've got a lot of tape on the inside of the windshield trying to combat that sun that he's getting as you go down in turn 1. This is getting the most difficult time of this race. You go from that sunlight that you can't see anything there, and all of a sudden everything's almost dark. It's hard to pick the racetrack up then. You have to be really careful at this point in time.
Clint Boyer in 9th position, and that's Kyle Busch he's trying to get up to. That would be the 8th spot. Let's go back down to our ESPN Tech Center and Tim Brewer.
Thanks, Jerry. The only way I've ever found to deter that glare getting in the corner here, you've got to literally come over here and tape that windshield down as far as you possibly can, and that's going to get some of that glare that comes back up off the hood. That's the only way you're going to stop it, because here in Las Vegas, you're running dead into that sun, and it's a spooky feeling getting down in turn 1 when you can't see where you're going.
The only problem is that they have to put that tape on the inside. NASCAR won't let them put it on the outside during the race. That's why you see them. They've got it on the inside where they can peel it away if they need to, but it's too late to put any more on now. You can see right there with Jamie McMurray's car, you can see it on the inside.
And this is kind of driver preference as to how far down you really want to do that. We see Clint Boyer here working inside of his car before the race, getting a little bit more tape on this, anticipating just how bad it was. He saw how bad it was yesterday afternoon in Cup qualifying, so he wanted to add a little bit more tape.
And if you saw our qualifying show, you realize that NASCAR does allow you to put it on the outside during qualifying, just not during the race. Kevin Harvick desperately wants to catch Carl Edwards and get back up front. Harvick driving his own car. Kevin Harvick Incorporated, the name of that company. You heard Rusty Wallace talking about a lot of things in the works for 2009 for the former two-time Nationwide Series champion Harvick, but still looking for that first win in 2008. Shannon.
And Doc, right now Kevin Harvick turning almost similar, almost exact laps as Carl Edwards is right in front of him. Moments before we went green, his crew came over the radio and said it takes Carl Edwards about 6 to 8 laps to get going. So he knows that's his window and he has to capitalize.
It might be too late for Kevin Harvick to capitalize on that because it looks like he's getting out there a little bit. There's third place.
Joey Logano taking the spot away from Brad Keselowski. Logano, who had to go to the back of the pack after that first caution flag, he came back on pit road a second time under yellow to pull that fender away and started back in 30th position, has now moved his way all the way up to third.
That 20 car might be the car to beat.
It's really fast right now.
A lot of spots up.
Yeah. And we're looking at two of the future stars of Cup racing right there with those two young guys. Dave?
Brad Keselowski focusing, of course, this weekend just on the Nationwide Series. Well, actually ran the truck race last night as well. Learned some things from that. But he said to his crew during that last caution flag period, that's the best car I've had on a short track all season long. Very happy with that. He said, I'm afraid to have you touch it, do anything to it, to adjust on it. So they made a 4-tire stop. No changes to that car.
Guys, it shouldn't be really much of a surprise that Joey Logano has been able to grasp this racetrack so quickly. His first time here was back in 2007 in the Camping World West Series. That day, he won the race in his debut. So for him to be able to run the way he is right now, it just shows his natural ability, his ability to really grasp this racetrack. As we mentioned earlier, he feels like this is the best race car he's had all season, just a tick tight, hoping it'll come to him as the sun begins to set here in Phoenix.
He could play the role of spoiler here for this guy, Carl Edwards, who wants to be able to lead the most laps and win this race to narrow the gap with one race to go at Homestead, Miami next week for the NASCAR Nationwide Series Championship. Carl Edwards is our leader. Here's the guy who was the points leader by 91 coming into the day, the 2-car of Clint Boyer back in 9th position. Boyer trying to get his first championship, 91 points up coming in. But Carl Edwards is the leader, and right now the margin is down to 39 points, folks. Don't go away. Back in just a moment.